Fit for a King dropped their new album, Lonely God. I'm a big fan of Fit for a King. I have been for a while, since we kind of found them with The Path. That record blew me the hell away. And they've just been continuing to blow me away. They've also been continuing to grow. They're at the top of their game right now. This tour they're about to head out on is the biggest rooms they've headlined, which is very exciting. That tour's got Make Them Suffer, 156 Silence, and Spite. So if that's going near you, highly recommend. I will be there in Philly. That's quite the lineup. This record is phenomenal. This is a step up from what the band has done previously, which I didn't know that they could possibly do. And they're just crushing it. The way this record opens with Begin the Sacrifice is exactly how I love my metalcore records to open. I don't want every single one to open like this because it's going to eventually like kind of ruin it for me, but it's giving like similar vibes to what Wage War did with Stigma. Similar kind of opening vibes. And I love the way that record opens. The first two songs on that album are phenomenal. And Begin the Sacrifice, I tried not to spend a shitload of time with this as a single because it was, but it's one of the strongest songs on the record. It's clear why it was a single, but it continues to blow me away. The Temple as that follow up to that is phenomenal as well. Extinction is heavy as shit, gnarly. No Tomorrow makes sense in the number 4 spot. It was a confusing single to me because it's like a clean, very Octane-esque song, clean chorus, big, anthemic, whatever. We get that on every record like this at this point, which is fine. Check the box. The song is solid, but it's not a favorite of mine because I think that there's so many really heavy, brutal songs on this album that I just much rather listen to because that's what I'm here for. Maliath with Alpha Wolf is what a feature pull. Gotta love Alpha Wolf and Lockie sounding phenomenal on this track. The title track, Lonely God, is absolutely just skull crushing. Technium with The Plot in You, again, holy fuck, that was a single that's been a single for a minute, and that's just wow, holy shit. And then Witness the End with Chris Motionless from Motionless in White is
great track placement. I love when bands do that shit.
Yes. Is just an epic closer to this record. It was a bit of a confusing single because although I do think the track stands on its own, I think it does a very, very nice job of wrapping up the record and fits and makes a lot more sense and sounds better, and context of the album and all that is a better song after listening to the entire record, and then getting to close off with this. Chris sounds phenomenal on the song. I've heard some people kind of compare his vocals to Creature's era Motionless, which I can hear.
That's a big compliment
because he gets pretty gnarly with the vocals, and I appreciate that. And also because it just popped up in my head, special shout out to Sentient as well. But there is just so many songs on this record that are incredible, and I could shout every single one out because they all stand on their own as phenomenal songs. As a record, this is a phenomenal album. And again, these features just prove it's just kind of like the victory lap of look at where the band is, because not only is the record incredible and very, very strong, but then the features to go alongside it, it's like, just look at us. We got Alpha Wolf, we got The Plot in You, and Chris Motionless from Motionless in White on the record. Goddamn. I fucking love this album.
I was gonna say, so someone really liked it. I'm 100%, 110% with you. I think this record is absolutely incredible. This was the first record on the playlist, first full record on the playlist. So it queuing up, the anticipation was there. I was very excited. I have the memory of a goldfish when it comes to singles on albums that I'm not necessarily not anticipating, but just kind of like I'm excited when I listen to it and then I kind of forget about it. So I couldn't tell you which one of these songs are singles, especially if you're saying they've been rolling this out for a while. There were a lot of tracks that were put out. It's all just new to me, except for the Chris Motionless feature, which is a standout. And I remember they made a cute little Instagram post about it, so
Mhm.
that's just forever ingrained in my mind of them just being awkward and cute, and I love them.
That post was so fucking awkward.
Isn't it cute? They're so cute. I love them. So they're like 30-year-old men, and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, this is fucking 2016 again. Okay, so I love this album. It's a bit so let me get the good parts out, then my critiques, and then finish it up. So, good parts. I think that it flows incredibly well. I think the sound is consistent while still bringing in nice little ear candy, nice little riffs, just catchy little things that kind of make your ears perk up in every song. I think they hit that mark very well. Um, I think that all of the features are genuinely A tier. It's like they made this shit for us. What do you mean there's an Alpha Wolf and Plot New feature?
And
Motionless in White, I
Emotionless in White
respect.
feature.
Motionless in White, I respect. I like them, but Alpha Wolf and Plot New are just so topical for me right now.
And Motionless in White.
And Motionless in White, so topical for me right now. Like I've only been listening to Alpha Wolf and the Plot New recently. Like
And Don
that's like
Broco.
and Don Broco, but they're not here. So if Don Broco, can you imagine? Take the album back. Try again. Try Rob Damiani feature and Matt Donnelly feature on every single one of these tracks.
On
Do
every
that.
single one. It's
Every
crazy.
single one. Then it's a 10 out of 10. So, um, the features are incredible. Monolith with, Lockie from Alpha Wolf, I think is insane. I love Lockie's vocals. I think they are, I honestly, I'm gonna say it. For a second, I thought it was the Chris Motionless feature because I didn't look at it. But then, like, it went for like maybe like 5 seconds longer, and I went, "Oh my God, that's Lockie." Okay, cool. So they do have a lot of similarities. It's kind of that nastier, blech type of like snarly, like scream screech that he has when he's screaming, singing, whatever you want to call it. I really don't know what the fuck to say about that. I don't know how you want to classify that. Um, so I don't know if we spoke about influences in the interview that we did. We interviewed Lucky from Alpha Wolf about their most recent album. You can go check it out if you want. It was really good. Um, but I was hearing similarities.
Mhm.
And I think that's fucking awesome because again, I love Motionless in White. I think they're great, but it's like Alpha Wolf I'm into. The Plot in You again is very topical for me right now. I'm obsessed with their volumes collection right now. Incredible vocalist. A great song. That's Technicum. Witness the End, great closer. So those are the featured tracks. All 10 out of 10. Genuinely, I believe that those, like, there's nothing wrong with those songs at all. I really enjoyed the title track. I did like how it opened with Begin to Sacrifice the Temple, Extinction. Then when it comes to No Tomorrow and Shelter, to me, it's still good. It's still upbeat. It doesn't necessarily slow the album down, but it confuses me because it's too very octane core songs next to each other. After three crazy opening tracks, then they just toss in like the most like radio friendly tracks ever,
Gotta
and
put
then
it
they just
somewhere.
pick it right back up again. You got to put it somewhere, but it's like space them out a bit, you know? It's almost like they said, here, just take your medicine now, and then you can have like dessert for the rest of the album, you know? Just get it over with, basically. Not to discount the songs at all. I still think No Tomorrow and Shelter are catchy. I think they are the messages are good, solid, but it just feels very easy to listen to, you know?
Mhm.
Which is fine. It's good. Everyone deserves their radio moment, and I would love that for them, especially at the rate that they're growing now. This would blow them up. It would be great. All that to say, I think the record's fucking phenomenal. Really, that's my only complaint is saying, yeah, these are a little poppier than the rest of the record. But they still fit. And it was still good and it didn't fuck up the flow too bad. It just kind of made me go, the fuck's happening? What happened to this record? It's like, please don't tell me this is the rest of the record, you know? Um, I liked it a lot. My personal favorite is Monolith with Alpha Wolf because I love Alpha Wolf. And I feel like he had the most presence, I guess notable presence on the track. I feel like he was on it the most compared to the Plot New and Chris Motionless feature. I don't know. I felt like it was like a 50-50 where the rest was maybe like 75-25.
Mhm.
I don't know. Or I just fuck with Alpha Wolf. I just fucking sue me, okay?
We know.
Anyways,
Like I said at the beginning of the review, they're currently on tour in Europe, and they're going to be touring the US later this year. massive headline run with support for Make Them Suffer, Spite, and 156 Silence. Absolutely peep those dates. That's one hell of a lineup. I was holy shit when that went up. So definitely peep the dates. I'll be there for sure.